Everybody knows that if you search the web long enough, you'll see some pretty sick shit. This is especially true if you intentionally dwell into the dark underbelly of the internet. I've seen quite a few things I don't care to admit to, but one thing I'll always remember is a site called normalpornfornormalpeople.com. The first strange thing about the site that I didn't find it by actually looking for it. It was emailed to me by someone I didn't know. The email was as follows: "Hi there, I found this site. Is very nice. Thought you might like it. Normal porn from normalpeople.com. Pass it on. For the good of mankind." Pretty standard issue chain letter, although the URL and last remark were really piqued my curiosity. I was having a very boring day when I got this, so I made sure my antivirus was working, and then I clicked on it. It was very average, very generic looking site. It gave me an impression that the creators just barely gave a shit about making it look professional. The author seemed to have very tenuous grasp of English, and on the front page was a long, boring, and incoherent rant that I didn't remember or have saved. The site had a strange tagline, which even today people haven't figured out the meaning of, which was "Normal Porn for Normal People," a website dedicated to the eradication of abnormal sexuality. And from the sound of that, I wasn't sure whether I was here to watch porn, or if I had stumbled onto some kind of eugenics program. But I was here now, and I was very, very curious to see what normal people get their rocks off to, so I scrolled through the rant and nothing. The page didn't seem to link anywhere else, and I was about to leave when I noticed every word of the rant was its own hyperlink. So I clicked one of them and sent a white page with a very long list of links in the form of normal porn for normalpeople.com and then some random letters. So I stopped after a minute and asked myself, as I was really going to waste God knows how much time clicking random links that will likely give me a virus that will rape my computer. I figured I'd just try it for maybe 5 minutes just to see if anything came up. I clicked on one of the links and was sent to another page. This page had apparently had totally different URLs than the last one. I was just about to say fuck this when I decided to click on the third link, and a video download came. It was called peanut.avi. It was a 30-minute video of a man, a woman, and a dog in a kitchen. The man would make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and the man would set it down for the dog to eat. This is all that happened for 30 minutes. It was obvious that the cameraman had stopped filming and waited until the dog was ready to eat again, and the dog seemed rather sick by the end of it. I know what you're thinking. What the hell does that have to do with porn? I have no idea. I had seen a little over 24 videos from the site, and the majority had no sexual activity at all. After watching Peanut.avi, I went to a certain image board I frequent to play online show and tell, like I always do with weird shit like this. But someone had already made a thread about it, some guy who had received the same Chen letter I did. The image board got lots of people with nothing better to do than dig through the site, and that's how I saw other videos. Most of the 24 videos were very uneventful and consisted of people talking to the cameraman in a room with nothing in it but a desk and a few chairs. I mean literally nothing on the walls in terms of furniture. The whole room had very cold, sterile feel to it. The conversations were just idle banter about previous jobs or embarrassing childhood moments. I kept expecting some kind of discussion about what the people were filming or what the site was about, but of course nothing. You would never know these videos had anything to do with porn if you saw it out of context. I'll say one thing though, the people who appeared in these videos were quite attractive. However, the only videos that actually did feature content, which I suppose could be called sexual, is where things got weird. I'll give a brief descriptions of the stranger videos. If you're really eaten up with curiosity, you can try to hunt them down on a torrent site. LickClean.avi, a 10-minute video filmed by a hidden camera, in which we see a repairman working on a washing machine for the first 2 minutes. When it's fixed, the repairman talks to the owner briefly, then leaves. The owner checks to make sure the repairman is gone, and begins to lick all over the top of the washing machine. This goes on for 7 minutes. Jimbo.avi, a 5-minute video of an obese mime performing his act. It was actually pretty funny, particularly one part where he pretends to pull up a chair and pretends that it breaks because of his weight. In the last 30 seconds of the video, the camera cuts to static briefly and cuts back to the man sobbing quietly, still wearing mime outfit and makeup. Some kind of obscure fetish? Diana.avi, a 4-minute video in which the cameraman talks to a woman in a room different from the interview room. This room looks like the one you'd find in a normal person's house. Exactly where they are is never specified, as Diana only talks about her violin playing. She obviously plays her violin, but she keeps getting distracted by something. I didn't notice until someone on the image board thread pointed out, but if you look in the mirror in the background, you can see a fat man in a chicken mask masturbating. Jessica.avi, another 4-minute cameraman video. This time he's outside a house talking to another young woman. They talk about canoe rides. The camera zooms out to reveal the city streets behind them occasionally. The strange thing is, No one so far has been able to identify where the street is. Guesses have ranged everywhere from Europe to Australia to the Philippines, but there is yet to be a match for the street shown in the video. Tide.avi 10-minute video. The first 5 minutes consists of an elderly woman making out with a mannequin. The video cuts out like it did in Jibbo.avi halfway through, and the scene is now a group of mannequins held together in a circle around the camera. The lights have been dimmed, and the elderly woman is nowhere to be seen. From this point on, there is no sound. Stumps.avi 5-minute long video where a man with no legs is attempting to breakdance on a DDR mat, which looks like the kitchen from peanutbutter.avi, but is much dirtier. There is a radio playing unseen music in the background, but it stops at the 4-minute mark when the man collapses on the mat in exhaustion. He breathes heavily and pleads with someone off screen to let him rest. This off-screen person becomes terrifyingly enraged and yells at him to keep dancing, which he does. You can hear this off-screen person beginning to scream as the video ends abruptly. Privacy.avi The woman from Diana.avi is masturbating on a mattress in the interview room, while the man from Stumps.avi walks on his hands while wearing some kind of goblin mask. And the door in this room was always closed in other videos, but now it's open. In this video, the only light in the room and the hallway is dark. Near the end of the video, you can see an animal quickly run through the hallway. And finally, the last video we uncovered. Useless.avi In this 18-minute video, a blonde woman from one of the previous interview videos is tied down to a mattress in the interview room. She attempts to scream, but her mouth is taped over. After 7 minutes, a black man in a black suit and mask opens the door, but he does not enter. He holds the door open for an animal that was running through the hall in the previous video. It is revealed to be an adult chimpanzee, his hair shaved and his entire body painted red. He seems to be starved and abused, with several wounds along his shoulders and backs. When the chimp enters the room, the masked man closes the door behind it. The chimpanzee sniffs the air for a moment. He may have been blind, and notices the woman tied to a mattress. It goes to a frenzy and begins to maul her. The assault goes on for a grueling 7 minutes until a woman finally dies. The chimp eats flesh from the corpse for 4 minutes once the video ends. The thread exploded with activity after this video was uncovered, and people discussed it long into the night. When I came back to the image board the next day, I found the thread was deleted. I tried to start another one, and they banned me. I tried emailing the guy who sent me the chain letter with the site's URL. Sent him 5 messages and never got a response. I have tried to discuss this website on various places and got banned frequently. The site itself was also deleted about 3 days after useless.avi was uncovered, likely because someone contacted the authorities about it. The only proof that normal porn for normalpeople.com ever existed was a few screen caps people took and the videos from the site that people saved and uploaded on torrents. The most popular of which being useless.avi, which found its way onto a few gore sites. Wherever you upload them, all the videos for normal porn from normalpeople.com get deleted after a while.